Here are some of the stories we're following this morning at ABC News. The Bush administration says it's more interested in finding out what the accused dirty bomb suspect Jose Padilla knows rather than in punishing him. His defense attorney says Padilla, who calls himself Abdullah al-Muhajir, is being held illegally in military custody. Defense Secretary Donald Rumsfeld says he's bringing concrete ideas to New Delhi in hopes of easing tensions between India and Pakistan. Rumsfeld says he's encouraged by moves on both sides, but will press for more. And Sir Paul McCartney has a new title, Newlywed. He tied the knot with Heather Mills in a multi-million-dollar ceremony at an Irish castle. And those are some of the stories we're covering this hour at ABC News.
The weather is warming up, which means a lot of people are getting the itch to get out of town. And whether you're planning to fly somewhere exotic or just drive to the nearest beach this summer, there are all kinds of cool gadgets that you can take along. And our gizmo guy, Dick DeBartolo, is here to show us some of the latest and greatest. Good morning.
Good morning. I do some neat stuff. My Scotty vest, Scott for Scott Jordan, who invented it, E for electronics, 17 pockets, a lot of Velcro, so the stuff is safe. Even a little channel so the wires for your headphones can be hidden.
Oh, fantastic. So you can put all your electronics in there.
And zip-off sleeves, so it's great.
Oh, and great for the summer because of the zip-off sleeves.
Absolutely. About $130.
I love this.
She loves this. Okay, I'm going to put on my tech specs. This is brand new from Samsonite, just released. So you're dragging your suitcase through first class, and then...
You don't get a seat in first class.
I'm afraid we know about Coach. It's called side roller, because then it can roll on its narrow
That's
edge.
wonderful. So you don't have to pick it up and schlep it with you down the aisle, bumping into people.
Or trying people, you know, hitting everybody as you go through.
Right.
And so that's brand new, and that side roller carry-on, about $320, but of course you can get great discounts. And this little guy's neat. It's $10, and it's not for this. It's for hard-sided suitcases. It goes under the handle, and it makes your suitcase into a seat.
How fantastic. So when you're sitting in the long security lines, you have a place to sit down now and rest your tired, weary feet.
Exactly. And both those are from Samsonite. Targus, their ultra notebook security system called the DEFCON 1. This guy, it's a motion sensor. You can put it on a suitcase while you're reading the newspaper. Someone jiggles your suitcase, it goes off. When you get to the hotel, you can run it through your laptop and then attach it to a piece of furniture. That little guy tells you that it's armed, and you set your own combination.
Oh, fantastic.
About $50. These are from Bose, and they're called Quiet Comfort. You heard them before, Air. What it is they listen to the noise made by the jet engine, cancels the noise out totally, then you listen to the movie or your own music in pure silence.
It's wonderful.
They are amazing. They're $300, but amazing. Bose Quiet Comfort. This little guy, actually these next few items are from the Magellan's catalog, and the Magellan's catalog has a lot of info on travel. A little, put your keys on there, but when you go shopping and you need suddenly to have a shopping bag, well, the whole shopping bag is folded up in that little key case.
And that's a nice size. And for parents, you can put in wet bathing suits for your kids, a lunch, whatever, and you can attach it to another bag, too.
Absolutely, and that's only $13. Another item for, well, Magellan's, we saw that. Okay, this is called Comfort Grip. This goes onto your handle for the suitcase. Then as you walk, it can relieve your wrist. You can snap this open and put more suitcases on it also. And also, if you're short, it adds some extension to your roll-on. So that's neat. And that's $13. The airport guide, I love this. It's called the Transit Guide from Magellan's. It's only $10. How to get to and from every airport in the country and overseas, how much a cab is, a van is, the bus is, how long it takes, and phone numbers.
That's great information, especially when you're in a strange country.
City, and you don't know how much you should be paying. This is called Cash and Key Case. What you do is this goes on your keychain, and what you do is you hide a bill in there. So if you lose your wallet, unfortunately, you know you always have some money.
And you're not completely stranded.
Right,
yes.
$20 in chrome. I'm wearing these little readers, and they come in this case. Looks like a fat fountain pen. They're called the foldable reading glasses, different magnifications.
And they're quite fashionable as well.
Thank you very much. Okay, this little guy is from Motorola, the V60, and I use Verizon. The V60 is a triport phone, means it works just about in about 98% of the country. You can read the phone number right without opening the lid. And they make a plug-in MP3 player. When the music is playing and the phone rings, you can answer the call right through your headphones. A little plug-in speaker. That's new from Motorola. Casio, the GV10. Great for the beach. This is the only digital I know of so far that is water and sand resistant.
Oh, really?
So you can have a digital camera, but not worry about mountain climbing with it.
It's durable.
It's durable, exactly. But those were my words exactly. At 1.2 megapixels, Casio about 350. The iSun, this is a folding solar panel at the beach or anywhere there's sun. You can use it to charge your phone. You can use it to run your PDA. Anytime you push it and the little green light lights up, it means it's developing power.
What a great idea.
That's called iSun. That's about $80. The Rio Riot, this is a 10 gigabyte hard drive. Believe it or not, you carry in this 100 hours of your favorite music. Oh. Okay?
Fantastic. Teenagers would love that.
Exactly. So if you want to go on vacation and take your favorite 400 albums, you can do it. And the little Pharos, this little guy turns your PDA into a GPS, a global positioning system. Put this into your Palm Pilot. You buy the model Pharos for whatever PDA you have, and it'll give you, a voice will tell you, turn here, go there, how far it is.
For the traveler who doesn't bring directions and doesn't want to listen to his co-pilot.
You've heard about that before, okay? That's about $200. And our final little guy is another digital camera. Look at how narrow that is.
It's tiny.
That's the Minolta Damage 10. It's a 2 megapixel camera. It goes in a shirt pocket.
Fantastic.
And that guy is about $300, and that's new from Minolta.
Now, if we want to find out, if anyone wants to find out more about any of these products here, where can they go?
My website is gizwizbiz.com. I don't sell anything, but you can find links and more information. I know we had a lot of stuff to cover. So at gizwizbiz.com is all the stuff. And we're going to go, we'll go first class. We don't need the side roller part.
Right.
You know, ABC. They say, Dick, fly first class, and then pay for it. Okay.
All right, Dick. Thanks so much for coming in this morning.
Thanks.
You're watching Movies Now.
How will my hair turn out today? I mean, people are thinking about the way their hair looks.
It's no problem. Move it to water your plants out on the patio. Move it to clean the pool area, your deck, or your porch. Move it to wash your car. Then when you're done, store it in the trunk. It's so easy to move, you'll wonder how you ever lived without it. Roller hose is compact, so it stores in any cabinet. Other flat hoses snag and pull, but the roller hose weave resists snagging. It's so durable, it's strong enough to tow a truck, and it's guaranteed not to split or break for a full 10 years. The amazing roller hose with built-in reel for just $19.99. Other hoses are only 25 feet, but we give you 50 feet. That's twice the hose for the same price. And as a free gift, we'll send you the Roto Spray adjustable spray gun with 4 special settings. It's a $10 value free. But here's an even better deal. All of today's callers will also receive Mighty Sweep, the water-powered broom. The powerful spray means dirt and debris sweep away. It cleans a 3-foot wide path, ideal for debris on bricks, decks, driveways, and more. And it's free. Just pay shipping and handling. You get it all. The double-length 50-foot roller hose, the Roto Spray, and the Mighty Sweep. A $60 value, just $19.99.
Call 1-800-510-3657 to order roller hose with a 10-year guarantee for just $19.99. You'll also get the Mighty Sweep free plus shipping. So call 1-800-510-3657.
Hey, welcome back to the Screensavers. I'm Martin Sargent. Coming up later in the show, we're giving away a Gateway computer, so make sure to keep watching the show closely so you can answer the question right. Just listen. It'll be simple. And in this half hour, Patrick answers your basic computer questions in the boot camp segment. And I have a site for you that we let you see what other people have accomplished by the time they were your age. Let you feel lousy about yourself, basically. All right. Coming up next is Dick DeBartolo. He is the head writer of Mad magazine. Last time he joined us, he told us about some tasty gadgets that he saw at the Gourmet Food Show. Today, he's going to tell us about some things he found at the Marine Show. Welcome back to the Screensavers, Skipper.
Hey, thanks, and ahoy, Martin. I do have some neat stuff from the Marine Accessory Show. This little guy is called Strike Alert, and it is your personal lightning detector. Has 2 antennas with it. It measures electromagnetic energy, and then there's a little database in there. It analyzes the data, and up on top, it won't work indoors, but there's a bunch of LEDs. It tells you how far away the storm is, and whether the storm is approaching you or leaving you.
Huh, that's...
And It's neat.
That's a little bit more accurate than counting one Mississippi, two Mississippi after you hear the thunder clap, right?
I think, and it has lights too, which we love. It's
So
about
before we go on,
$80.
Dick, are you a sailor yourself?
I'm a power boater. I live in New York City. I've never owned a car in my life. I'm on my 26th boat. And I also write a monthly column for Powerboat Magazine. So I'm an avid boater.
So you write for both Mad Magazine and Power Boater Magazine.
Exactly.
26 boats, my God. What's the next one you got there?
Okay, this guy is called the MOB watch, Man Overboard watch. Now, I'm getting seasick here for some strange reason. The manufacturer has a good idea here. If there's an emergency, you're not going to run and look for your emergency locator, but a watch you're wearing all the time.
Sure.
So if you fall in the drink, this will automatically start sending out a signal to search and rescue. If the boat you fell off has a location detector, the watch will transmit up to that, and they'll come find you if they like you.
Do you wear one of these when you're out powerboating?
You know, I don't go in deep enough water, and I don't think I'm worth $400 to be safe.
$400. So this is particularly useful if you go on one of those booze cruises, I would think.
You better wear one on each wrist. I've seen you. Okay.
All right, what do you got up next?
Okay, this guy's called Echo Horn. This is really environmentally sound. Instead of using a propellant that might hurt the atmosphere, you pump it up with a bicycle pump. You get 50 blows out of this horn. 110 decibels, meets Coast Guard requirements, says the manufacturer. And it's about $28 for the pump and the echo horn. So it's a really neat guy.
That's pretty cheap. Now, 110 decibels, that's pretty loud. Is there any way that you can toot the horn there, or would it blow your eardrums out?
Let me just see if if I cover it over, it's not so bad.
Okay. Yeah, you might not go. That's not going to attract anyone. Maybe a seagull, a sick seagull.
A seagull with a life jacket, that's good.
What do you got next?
This little guy is Senegex, and this is their DC to AC power inverter. Now, at the show, the guy told me something interesting. He said, Dick, there are a bunch of power inverters on the market. I wanted to make one a little bit different. So we don't have 12-volt power here, but he put lights in the end of it. So in your boat, or if you're using this in the car, you can have an auxiliary light. Even put in a little air purifier. There's an overload control. Puts out 150 watts, so you plug this in the cigarette lighter, run your laptop. It's going to be under $50, $49.95. So that's a good buy for that guy.
Not bad at all. And you have one more.
Yeah, this gets my vote for the most unusual. This is called Sea Urn. This is for burying ashes at sea. Now, I have gone to one funeral at sea, and you throw the ashes out, and then everybody goes home with Bernie in their beard, you know. So what you do, you put the ashes in here, you throw this over, and it takes a couple of minutes, and it's biodegradable, and then you have a decent burial. The guy told me that they went through all sorts of approvals, so it's non-toxic and non-polluting, but it dissolves, and you've had a nice transition into his final resting place. And that guy is called Sea Urn. It's about $140.
I like that. That is much classier than just throwing Bernie's ashes overboard.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll watch it, let it drift away into the sunset and slowly sink.
Right.
All right, so your website is gizwizbiz.com, right?
Right, and on that site and on your Tech TV site, I have one or two other gadgets that I saw at the show and we didn't have time for here.
All right.
And you come east and we'll go boating.
Let's do it, man. You know, I belong to the yacht club out here.
Oh, the yacht club.
Yeah, I was conscripted a few years ago, so I literally belong to them. You know, it's kind of like indentured servitude.
All right, well, you have to get on a little powerboat with me, pal.
All right, man. Definitely when I'm in New York. Thanks a lot, Dick. Always a pleasure.
Thank you, Martin.
That was Dick DeBartolo. He's the head writer for Mad Magazine. And if you want the links and more information on the gadgets we covered and a couple that we didn't have time to cover, go to our website at thescreensavers.com. Now, stay put. A little later, I talk with 1980s teen movie legend Anthony Michael Hall about the tech in his life. And up next, how do hackers do it? We'll show you some common hacks and how to protect yourself against them. Right after this Windows tip from Megan.
If you're doing lots of searching, try using the Explorer. Just right-click the Start button and choose Explore.
1, 2, 3. All right. Come on, y'all.
Pontiac has a new vibe, starting at $16,900. Pontiac's in overdrive. See your dealer today.
Fred, the technology committee just okayed something we know nothing about.
Fred, the server was full, so I deleted all the files.
Fred, all I know about computers is I want a better one than everyone else.
Dealing with technology is hard. That's why CDW makes buying it as simple as possible by having the technology products you need.
I'm Derek McGinty.
And good morning to you. I'm Liz Cho. Also in this half hour, new troubles for a police officer caught on tape. And get ready to toss out those Palm Pilots. They are so last year. We begin with the corporate corruption.
President Bush wants corporate America to shape up or face the consequences. In a speech before hundreds of Wall Street executives, the president vowed to vigorously prosecute and punish corporate criminals. The bottom line, will the plan be effective? Republicans say it strikes the right tone, but Democrats charge the president is just pampering business. ABC's Dan Harris has other reaction.
Many business leaders say the president's proposed new penalties would change behavior.
If you rob a bank, you go to jail. If you rob investors, you should go to jail. Nothing more complicated than that.
Had the tougher sentences called for by Bush been in effect in the 1980s, notorious corporate criminals such as Ivan Boesky, Michael Milken, and Charles Keating might have spent more time in prison. As it was, the three of them together only served 9 years. However, actually convicting a white-collar criminal is no simple matter.
It can be done, and it has been done, but it's not very easy. It also takes a long time.
In 1997, for example, a company called Sendent was accused of massive financial fraud. 5 years later, two top executives are still awaiting trial. Corporate watchdogs say the only way President Bush can truly restore investor confidence is to support reforms that are much more far-reaching than the ones he proposed this morning.
I have to say that my reaction is one of sadness. I think this was a great opportunity, and an opportunity missed.
Reformers say the president must go further in pushing for tougher standards for accountants, more independent boards of directors to oversee company executives, and changes in the way CEOs are paid. The Bush plan, for example, would have done nothing to stop Enron executives from publicly boosting the company's stock while privately selling their own shares. President Bush says he wants to create a new ethic of corporate responsibility. At best, his critics say, he has taken only a step in the right direction. Dan Harris, ABC News, New York.
The U.S. reportedly arranged a secret airlift last month to deport 131 Pakistani detainees. According to the Washington Post, the detainees had been arrested under a program targeting immigrants after the September 11th attacks, but none appeared to have links to terrorism.
The United States is moving forward with a plan to enhance homeland security by checking shipping containers long before they get to the States. ABC's Nathan Thomas has the details.
Rotterdam, Europe's biggest port, and a new front line in America's battle against terrorism. It's the first in a series of European ports where U.S. Customs agents will be based trying to prevent high-risk cargo being shipped to the United States.
What we're really talking about is pushing the zone of security out so that the U.S. border or the seaports of the United States aren't the first line of defense.
Last October, hidden inside this container, Italian customs agents found a suspected al-Qaeda agent heading for North America. With him, airport maps, security passes, and an aviation mechanic certificate. Another worry is a dirty bomb that could threaten thousands of lives and put an American port out of business for years.
We know that bin Laden and the al-Qaeda have been attempting to acquire a nuclear device for the last 5, 6, 7 years.
The U.S. effort is primarily high-tech, using giant X-ray machines powerful enough to see inside steel containers. It's a massive undertaking. Seagoing containers carry about 90% of the world's cargo. Some 6 million containers enter the United States every year. Nathan Thomas, ABC News, London.
Lawyers for the California teenager involved in a videotaped police beating plan to file a lawsuit today. And as ABC's David Wright tells us, the incident has sparked outrage in the community.
The police beating of 16-year-old Donovan Jackson continues to be a major source of controversy. Inglewood residents stormed City Hall, demanding that the police officer most clearly implicated on that videotape be fired by the end of the week. And the city's mayor has come out saying this is a case of assault with a deadly weapon The deadly weapon, the mayor says, is the trunk of that police car. It seems that some sort of criminal charges may be soon to follow. Investigators from the Sheriff's Department and the local DA's office have been scouring the neighborhood, looking for extra witnesses. They've also seized videotape from 2 surveillance cameras mounted at the gas station where the beating took place on Saturday. Also, another man has come forward claiming that he too was victimized by Officer Morse and other Inglewood police officers. 32-year-old Nelson Williams claims that he too was handcuffed and beaten 2 weeks ago, and he says that beating put him in a coma. The Inglewood police says Williams was resisting arrest, that he was belligerent and difficult to deal with by the officers. Of course, they said the same thing about Donovan Jackson. David Wright, ABC News, Los Angeles.
The nation's biggest study on hormone therapy is leaving millions of menopausal women confused. The study suggests the long-term use of estrogen and progestin is dangerous. But ABC's medical editor, Dr. Tim Johnson, says that does not mean there is no use for the hormone combination.
Many physicians would argue that for the acute menopausal symptoms, that is in the first year or two, such as hot flashes and night sweats, these drugs are extremely effective and probably can be used safely for a short period of time. But for 3, 4, and 5 years and beyond, this study shows they are not safe.
Now, those warnings do not apply to the millions of American women who use estrogen alone.
An Alabama couple are the proud parents of 6 new babies. 4 boys and 2 girls were delivered by C-section on Sunday. They all weigh under 2 pounds and are doing well. Parents Diamond and Christopher Harris already have a 7-year-old. Mom says she's feeling, quote, a little sore but good. We weren't expecting a bundle. And the babies are named Kira, Kaylin, Caleb, Kobe, Kieran, and Kyle.
Cool.
All named with the letter K after their great-grandmother.
A little sore. That's got to be an understatement. Let's check the weather forecast. Stormy conditions from the upper Midwest to the Atlantic coast. Scattered afternoon thunderstorms along the Gulf Coast and in the Southwest. More record highs across the West, but cooler than normal from the Great Lakes to New England. Here is that pesky National Temperature Index and a midweek ride.
Get up, stand up for your right. Get up, stand up for your right. Get up, stand up for your right.
World News Now weather, brought to you by a Gone prescription plan.
Don't give up the fight.
Attention, Americans without prescription drug coverage. Don't wait to find out if Medicare will ever cover all your prescriptions or if your employer will ever offer you coverage. Get the People's Prescription Plan today. Members have already saved over $180 million on prescription drugs, eyewear, hearing aids, and more at over 50,000 locations nationwide. Your household is covered for just $7.95 a month with no limits on use, so the savings can really add up. And as a special offer, when you call today, you pay just $2.95 for your first month, a savings of $5 off the regular price. Plus, your satisfaction is guaranteed or your money back. There are no claim forms or waiting periods. You save right on the spot. So don't wait for the politicians or your employer to decide if they're going to help you with prescription costs. Save now with the People's Prescription Plan.
Call 1-800-979-4411 for free information on the People's Prescription Plan. 1-800-979-4411. Call now.
There is a rhythm to life. We sleep at night and wake in the morning. It's this sleep cycle that helps keep us in a healthy balance. But for millions of Americans, sleep doesn't always come easy. Fortunately, there's Ambien. Ambien is a prescription sleep aid that can help you get a full night's sleep. While natural sleep is best, Ambien helps you fall asleep fast, stay asleep longer, and wake rested and refreshed, not groggy the next morning. No wonder Ambien is the #1 prescribed sleep aid in America. Until you know how Ambien will affect you, you shouldn't drive or operate machinery. Side effects may include drowsiness, dizziness, and diarrhea. You shouldn't take it with alcohol. Patients who abuse prescription sleep aids may become dependent. Prescription sleep aids are most often taken for 7 to 10 days as needed. Your doctor will advise you about taking them longer. Take Ambien only when you can devote a full 7 to 8 hours to sleep and wake rested and ready to start your day. Talk to your doctor about Ambien. Ambien works like a dream.
On
on trial tonight. A young man, did he brutally murder his wife? Or could he be protecting the woman he really loved?
You were there. I did not see her alive.
State B, even inside the jury room. Why settle for another Law & Order repeat when you can watch State B tonight?
From the network that brings you award-winning shows comes a new series that will take you to a place you've only dreamed of.
I went to bed on my 30th birthday, and I woke up this morning, I was 16.
Take a second chance at being popular, falling in love, and making your mark on the world.
What if I make a fool out of myself? What if you make a hero?
That was then, Fridays this fall on ABC.
World News Now Sports, brought to you by Ambien Sleep Aid.
Well, the All-Star game last night went 11 innings. Then both managers and the commissioner agreed to end it there, tied at 7. They did not want to wear out the remaining pitchers. In the first inning in Milwaukee, though, Barry Bonds hitting the drive to right center, getting the funky, well, not quite. Look at Torrey Hunter from Minnesota, great catch. Look at it again, slow motion, way over the wall. I can do that. Even Bonds had to smile a little bit, saying, you know what, sometimes it's just that way. I'll kill you! Not really. They're just playing. Okay. Torrey Hunter is known for those sorts of spectacular catches. ESPN's Harold Reynolds says it's just the kind of stuff you see in movies.
Oh, what a catch!
That's about as good as it gets right there.
If it's in the park, he's going to get it.
All right, Spider-Man, reveal yourself to us, because somebody making all those catches, we got to know who you are.
You know.
Torrey Hunter.
Torrey Hunter!
Torrey Hunter.
Torrey Hunter makes an incredible catch.
He can be described as so many superheroes. You got Spider-Man because he's always jumping on the wall. You got Superman when he's diving for balls. He made a catch last year, and he wound up catching a ball and just spread eagle right on the outfield fence, face first, banged his knee up, and it was, no big deal. It was almost like he stuck on the wall.
All right, Spider-Man, talk to me about your top 5 plays, starting with the play you made in New York.
Just got up there, and he hit a ball out there, and I caught the ball, and I threw the ball to cutoff man, and almost got him, double him off.
Hunter on the run, can he get to it? This one is caught!
Scott Brocious hit one to center field, and I went back on it, caught the ball, hit that wall hard. I was hurt, but I couldn't let everybody know.
Now, what about the play in Chicago? I remember that when you laid out for that ball.
Oh, what a catch in center!
I went out there and got the ball, caught the ball in the air, and rolled over.
What about the play on Shane Halter?
I lost the ball in the outfield, and when I picked it up, it was going over the fence. So I had to get back there and try to, at least make an attempt to it, and I did that, and I caught the ball and brought it back.
But what about when you were a baby Spider? Did you have anything better than those?
Yeah, I had something better than that. In Trenton, New Jersey, Michael Coleman, he hit a ball to center field, and I caught the ball. When I caught it in the air, I was going over the fence, and I went through the wall. And this guy was on the other side of the wall with a beer in his hand talking to this girl. He was like, dude, where do you come from? I said, I just came from this game. That's where you need to be.
Well, baseball fans were not laughing when they left last night's game.
No, a lot of booze and bottles and things thrown on the field, but the guy said, we're out of pitchers. What do you want?
Refund.
We want to hear from you email. Should they have stopped the game last night, and what should they do differently? That's sports.
ABC's World News Now will continue after this from our ABC stations.
This is Assembly Speaker Sheldon Silver. Here's something we can all do to help rebuild and revitalize Lower Manhattan. From Tuesday, July 9th to Thursday the 11th, everything up to $500 purchased downtown below Houston Street will be exempt from the sales tax. All merchandise, restaurants, and hotel rooms. Come downtown on July 9th through the 11th. Enjoy Lower Manhattan and save money too.
Ah, fun in the sun. Sure, you didn't mean to get burned. Well, so what if you weren't at the beach? You were still outdoors.
Oh, so into the game, you didn't think.
Well, heads up and think about this. Even a few serious sunburns can increase your risk of getting skin cancer. Protect the skin you're in. Hey, choose your cover.
Here are some of the stories we're following this morning at ABC News. President Bush's proposals to get tough on corporate fraud are described as toothless by congressional Democrats, but they are being welcomed by some corporate leaders. Among the changes the president wants, doubling the maximum penalty for fraud to 10 years. The battle over turning Nevada's Yucca Mountain into a repository for the nation's nuclear waste is far from over, despite the Senate's vote last evening in favor of the plan. The state still has 5 lawsuits pending to stop it, and it could take years to resolve them. And actor Rod Steiger, whose performance in the Heat of the Night won an Oscar, has died in Los Angeles. Steiger was 77. And those are some of the stories we're covering at ABC News.
High tech is the hottest thing going this summer. Even the movies are going gaga over gadgets. But you don't have to sit through another showing of Men in Black 2 just to get a glimpse of cool whatchamacallits or thingamabobs. You can get the real deal from our real-life gizmo guy, Dick DeBartolo. He recently attended a Tech and PC Expo here in New York, and he is here this morning to share the latest buzz. Good morning, Dick.
Good morning. I have some neat thingamajig.
Very cool things.
This is from Panasonic. This is their new DVD video recorder. Record your favorite TV shows onto DVDs. And it has something called Chasing Playback.
What's that?
Yes. Chasing Playback is great. You record a movie at 9, but you get home at 9:20. You can watch the movie from the beginning while the machine is still recording the rest.
Wow.
Okay. And you can copy on your family videos onto DVDs and send them out to friends.
That's fantastic. And if you have a VCR, can you record your VHS tapes onto DVD?
This has video in, so you can make DVDs, send them out to your friends.
This is not cheap.
Well, it's inexpensive now compared to last year. This is $7.99, and last year when we showed a DVD player, it was $1,500.
Ooh, so it's coming down a little bit.
Almost half.
That's
so that's
good.
pretty good. That's Panasonic.
Maybe next summer it'll be really affordable.
This is from Lexmark. I love this guy. This is called the Lexmark Print Trio. Now, it's a flatbed scanner, which simply means that if you want to copy a magazine or something, lay it down in here, the cover. You can reduce, enlarge. You can actually retouch photos. And the most amazing thing, first of all, it's a great footprint, small. It's going to be under $150.
Really? And the quality is fantastic.
I actually printed this picture on here. This is my dog, Fairway. Fairway's a boating dog. She thinks she looks so good in her life jacket. Lexmark Print Trio. And now we have something from Fuji. This is I'm going to put on my tech specs here. It's the 30i. Now this is a 2 megapixel, which means you can make fairly large pictures from this. Now you'll notice we have a little remote control plugged into the side of the camera because this camera has a built-in MP3 player.
Really?
So up here you'll click it to pictures or music, and there's a little tie clip in the back here,
so you can put it on
a jacket. So it's really neat. So you have 2 gadgets in one, and that's about $300. That's from Fuji.
And it also comes with earphones.
With your earphones.
That's great.
This is from Logitech. This is called
a wallet.
Well, you're close. It's the all-in-one key case. Now, it's for carrying your PDA, your personal digital assistant. It protects that. But what's neat is when you set it up, the case is actually a keyboard.
Oh, wow.
These are touch-sensitive keys, so instead of typing with the little stylus, you can use this, and then again, put it back in, it becomes the protective case.
That's great, so you don't really have to learn the alphabet. Try to write with a little stick, right?
And that's about $100. So that's a pretty easy keyboard to type on.
And is it fairly touch sensitive?
It is very touch sensitive. It's really neat. And Logitech is making something really neat too. This is $100.
Okay, $100.
Right. This little pocket camera. It's a little pocket digital camera.
Oh, wow.
It's $130. Look at the.
That's tiny.
It's under 2 ounces. I'll let you hold that.
It looks like a tiny little calculator.
Now, you know, it's not going to take big enlargements, but just to show you. Oh, just pull out both ends like this.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, but There's the one of the pictures that I shot out and printed out. So that is not bad.
That's not bad at all.
What's neat about this is under 2 ounces, any shirt pocket, you always have a digital camera with you.
That's fantastic.
Okay, so that's also from Logitech.
Okay.
Pocket Digital. Belkin has a pen light stylus. I'm going to turn this guy. It's so hard to see in this light. Actually, you can see that it's
right.
lit.
It's a little light blue light.
Exactly. It's an LED. And what that is, save the battery on your PDA. The screens, when they're backlit, use up a lot of batteries. By using a lighted stylus, you can save the battery life. And that guy's only going to be about $10. That'll be coming in a month or so.
That's great.
When you plug your PDA, personal digital assistant, into the computer, this cable not only sends the information back and forth, it recharges your PDA at the same time. And it comes with a cigarette lighter attachment.
That's
so
great.
that in the car you can charge your PDA.
Because people are always panicked.
Yeah, battery life,
about all their information on their PDA.
Exactly. Those two are from Belkin. This is from Kensington. It's a USB hub. Now, USB ports, all new computers have them. You plug them in. They're called plug and play. Basically, you plug it in, the computer says, oh, I know what you're plugging in. Well, now you plug this in, and it turns your 1 port into 4 ports so that you can plug in a work light. So on the airplane, when that dinky little overhead light doesn't shine, and believe it or not, you can plug in a USB fan. Okay, so all these things plug.
I was wondering what this was.
I know, it's really neat. It's really neat. We didn't bring a computer today because we're so limited for space here. This is from Targus, and this is called their optical mini mouse. This again plugs into a USB port, and then within 3 feet of the computer, you can use your cordless mouse.
Oh, that's fantastic.
You don't need a mouse pad, and since it's optical, you don't have to worry about cat hair or dust or anything because it uses light. And as I said, it works within 3 feet of the transmitter, and the little optical mouse is about $50.
That's great.
This guy, I love this guy. Everybody who has digital cameras, digital recorders, they all use different memory cards. This reads 6 kind of memory cards. And that's called the Hexamedia Drive. It's about $50. And our final guy is called a Notice. And what you can do, you can take Word documents, make it look like you put rubber stamps on them, or you can highlight them, and that's about $40.
That's great. Thanks for coming in this morning. Very cool.
GuessWhizBiz.com.
All right.
Okay.
You're watching World News Now.
Try it in the car, too.
There is a rhythm to life. We sleep at night and wake in the morning. It's this sleep cycle that helps keep us in a healthy balance. But for millions of Americans, sleep doesn't always come easy. Fortunately, there's Ambien. Ambien is a prescription sleep aid that can help you get a full night's sleep. While natural sleep is best, Ambien helps you fall asleep fast, stay asleep longer, and wake rested and refreshed, not groggy the next morning. No wonder Ambien is the #1 prescribed sleep aid in America. Until you know how Ambien will affect you, you shouldn't drive or operate machinery. Side effects may include drowsiness, dizziness, and diarrhea. You shouldn't take it with alcohol. Patients who abuse prescription sleep aids may become dependent. Prescription sleep aids are most often taken for 7 to 10 days as needed. Your doctor will advise you about taking them longer. Take Ambien only when you can devote a full 7 to 8 hours to sleep and wake rested and ready to start your day. Talk to your doctor about Ambien. Ambien works like a dream.
World News Now Sports, brought to you by Ambien Sleep Aid.
Giants home run king Barry Bonds missed 10 starts because of a strained hamstring, but he started last night in Philadelphia and still a little trouble. But he started with a bang. Bonds hit his 29th home run of the season. It tied the game, but the Phillies went ahead on a wild pitch that let Marlon Anderson score in the 6th. Then, in the 8th, Bonds made a good running catch in left field, but came up limping.
Another hit in low. No, not with Barry
Ouch.
Bonds up
The state of the game, the Phillies won 8-6.
His hamstring.
The Philadelphia Eagles figure maybe they didn't run enough last year. They say they are working on it this summer. ESPN's Andrea Kramer spent the day at Eagles camp watching quarterback Donovan McNabb in his personal workout.
You gotta dig deep on this. No pain.
Come on, girl. Yeah, I'm gonna get it. Yeah, come on.
Oh,
Yeah, get that out of here. Yeah, my beast.
They look like simple dog toys, but really they are tools for lateral movement, hand-eye coordination. Let's see how good Donovan really is. Hey.
Hand-eye coordination.
Here, come on.
Where's she? Oh, geez. You gotta reach him to me. Gotta reach me. Hey, man, stop throwing so hard.
He does the things out here that he has to do on the football field. Stop, start, make people miss. We blend some science with all the core stability training and functional legs and those kind of things, but it simulates what he'll do on the football field.
Oh my God! Are you kidding me? So what I did there was take a couple of, defensive substitutes out. So when the starters are in, they're tired, and I just knocked them out of the game. So I'm back in for the next play. A little scratched out, a little banged up, but I'm a soldier, and my butt hurts.
He laughs and jokes a lot.
So Vegas showgirls.
Is he really concentrating? Is he really totally focused?
That's the barometer of our workout. The louder he is, the harder he's worked. So if he's quiet, we know we're not giving him enough.
Do you have different goals for the weight, for certain maybe areas of your body that you want to strengthen, or balance or something like that?
Balance is key. A lot of things that we do is mainly on balance and core work. What I mean by core is your abs, your hips, your lower back. People don't believe we're working out here. They crazy.
I don't know why he's huffing and puffing so much.
Oh,
Piece
yeah,
of cake,
right.
you know?
Piece of cake.
Not a problem.
Sure. That's because you're a figure skater.
Yeah,
and,
right.
His
tush
strong.
looks like it's got to be still in some pain, though. That's sports for this half hour.
ABC's World News Now will continue after this from our ABC stations.
Do you feel depressed?
Do you feel sad, hopeless, lacking in energy? Have you lost interest in things you used to enjoy? Do you have trouble sleeping or concentrating? If your answer is yes, you may be suffering from depression, and you're not alone.
All research studies are conducted in Manhattan, Brooklyn, and Poughkeepsie, New York. For more information, call toll-free at 877-360-HOPE. That's 877-360-4673. Studies are also available for anxiety, panic, and Alzheimer's disease.
That's a great lag putt by Jennifer. Raymond really got a hold of that one. Looks like a lot of hard work is starting to pay off for Gene.
With programs like the First Tee of Metropolitan New York at Marshallou Park, the Metropolitan PGA is growing the game and teaching juniors the life lessons learned in golf.
Words can't describe the feeling of winning your first tournament.
Tuan Pham, new mom, returned to work September 10th. World Trade Center. How will we remember Tuan? Call 1-800-VOLUNTEER.
Kurt Russell in John Carpenter's Escape from L.A., ABC Tonight.
Everything you are about to see really happened. Next Wednesday on ABC, ICU. 4 remarkable Wednesdays. This is where children's lives will be saved. This is ICU.
Here are some of the stories we are following this morning at ABC News. President Bush is among the world leaders condemning the bombing at Jerusalem's Hebrew University. At least 7 people, including 5 Americans, were killed. A reputed Russian mobster has been charged with fixing 2 figure skating events at Salt Lake City Winter Olympic Games. He was picked up yesterday in Italy. And a new study says volcanic eruption at Yucca Mountain could possibly force radioactive waste to the surface. President Bush has designated Yucca as the nation's only long-term waste repository. And those are some of the stories we're covering at ABC News.
We are smack dab in the middle of the summer season, and still there's lots of time to go outside and play if you haven't been doing so already. And we've got some cool toys to take with you. Our gizmo guy, Dick DeBartolo, is here with the fun stuff this morning. Good morning,
Good
Dick.
morning. I'm actually wearing a fun thing, the Celsius wearable beach chair. This folds out into a chair at the beach. I went there today with a camera, and I'll show you exactly what it looks like. Good. Oh, yeah. Oh, that surf is rough. Pretty neat?
Pretty neat. A lot better than getting sand in your kicked in your face.
Absolutely.
But that chair looks awfully small.
Well, you know, it can sit, the manufacturer says, a person up to 250 pounds.
Really?
And a little headrest in the back. I really enjoyed it.
Very cool.
Okay.
And what's this?
This guy is the ultimate picnic basket handle so that you can roll it along like a suitcase. In here, it's all insulated. It might be hard to see. That's your insulated food
that's
compartment.
a cooler.
The cooler part. And that's the cooler part, and this is just cool. Okay? Unzip that, and we have service for 4. Your wine glasses, your dishes,
Very
your
nice,
flatware,
very nice.
cheese board, knife, corkscrew,
So this is for the fancy kind of go out
Gourmet
and listen
kind
to
of thing.
Tanglewood Philharmonic kind of
Exactly.
crowd, right? How much does it go for?
$150.
Okay, definitely the fancy crowd on that one.
The chair is $40, and those two are from Hammacher Schlemmer. Okay.
Alrighty, and then here?
And now this is the Zelko Bug Off. Nothing personal.
Okay.
The Bug Off barbecue light. It's you extend it up. But what's neat about this guy is there's a little speaker back here. And can you hear that little?
Yeah.
Yes.
What is
Okay.
that?
Well, it makes the sound of a dragonfly, which is the natural enemy of mosquitoes.
That will keep away mosquitoes?
That will keep away
See, I
mosquitoes.
don't carry this all the time because I'm usually the mosquito attraction to keep them away from everyone else.
Oh, and there's also 2 ultrasonic positions where the mosquito can hear it, but you can't.
Interesting.
Okay, Zelko, and that is $30.
All right.
Brookstone has something called Smart Barbecue Tools.
Oh, so this you don't have to do the guesswork when somebody wants it medium rare, somebody else wants it well done.
Exactly. What you do is you set it for thin, medium, or thick hamburger.
Okay.
And then I'm going to force this to flip. I don't know if we can see it on camera there, but when it's time to flip the burger, the little spatula will show you that little flip over indicator.
Wow.
And it's time
And then it'll tell you when it's done as well?
when it's done. No, this one just tells you when to flip it.
Okay.
Now we're going to
we're
going
there you go.
even higher tech. You're way ahead. Up top, you set the kind of meat you're cooking, chicken or veal or whatever.
So you stick the fork tongues, it's got those little funny things in the
Exactly
bottom.
right. We with these, take the protectors off, stick it in, and then it'll tell you, depending on what kind of meat you've set it for, or chicken or fowl, it'll read up and tell you the amount of doneness.
Or vegetables, perhaps?
You know, I don't think it does vegetables.
No? Okay.
Okay. I
So
think
the
it's
vegetarians are
poultry
out of luck
meats.
on that
Right.
one.
Okay.
Okay.
And, this
And the
set
tongs
is,
are just for fun.
Right, and they're retractable, and the whole set is $70.
Very nice. You can't stick that in the dishwasher, obviously, right?
I would not, because the battery compartment is not insulated. This
Alrighty.
guy over here is the talking meat thermometer.
Wow.
Now, what you do with this is, we'll just push this little button here,
Okay.
is this can go into the meat outdoors.
Right,
This is
so
if
you put
you're
it-
really lazy.
So
okay?
if you're barbecuing, for example, if you're barbecuing, say, in the winter when you don't want to be standing out there.
Very good. Or the football game's on
There you
inside.
go.
This even is removable and has a belt
Wow.
clip. And this will send up to 300 feet the temperature of the barbecue.
Amazing.
And again, you tell it what you're cooking, and
it'll tell you when
it'll
it's
tell you.
done,
Actually,
too.
this has a little voice, and I think it
Terrific.
says entree almost ready, entree ready.
Okay,
And
now-
then I think it says order out.
All right, quickly now let's go back. I see you brought your fans.
Okay. She's waited for that. Okay, from Circular Air. These are the sport fans because they have a sport motif. And you fill them with water, and what you do is you
That's
spritz the
great.
water right through the blades. They're called
Very
misting
nice.
fans.
Very nice.
They
And
also
this-
make mist, the snake. You hook that up to a hose. This expands. There's a bladder in here that fills with water. Kids will love this.
I bet.
Then you unconnect it from the hose, and when you squeeze this, it shoots water about 30
Oh, so you don't
feet.
leave it on
Oh!
the hose. Wow.
No, you don't leave it on the hose.
Terrific.
Okay.
And then another fan
From
here.
Circular. This is if you have a pet. This little guy hangs on the front of the pet carrier, so that there's a little picture
Or
up
if you
there.
live the Dilbert life, that'd probably be good in your cubicle too.
Or if the animal's in a car, you want to keep, you don't close your windows
Okay.
Under any circumstances. But that's the kennel fan. All those are from Circular Air.
And what are these?
These guys are great. They're little water pistols. They're called critter spitters, and they also call them water pals. And in the back, you fill them with cold water.
So it's a combination sippy cup and
exactly,
spritzer.
and the straw that unlocks.
Oh yeah, that's really good. I could have seen lots of kids
Is
having
that a
fights
neat
with
guy?
those.
And this is really neat. These are going to be hard to come by right now. Places like Disney World are selling them, but it's really fun. It's a little fan, but what I love, you know, being the gizmo guy, I love gadgets.
It's very pretty, the lights.
Is that right? This is
like
from
that.
Buzztronics, and it goes through.
That's pretty cool.
It's really neat. It goes through an endless procession of lights.
Wow.
It's going to be just about $5 or $6. And the people at Buzztronics told me that a lot of local drugstores have ordered them. So
And it runs what, on 2 AA batteries?
It runs on 2 AA batteries, and it runs a fairly long amount of time. Okay, something is running
cool.
here. This little guy.
So
okay.
of these gadgets, which is your favorite?
Oh, what is my favorite? Oh, I guess the fan.
The fan, the personal
I like
fan?
the picnic thing also. And if you missed anything, if you go to the GizWiz,
Of course.
GizWizBiz, I'm sorry.
GizWizBiz.com.
They have everything there.
All right.
Okay, we're going to the beach later, right?
Sure.
Okay,
definitely.
I got a second chair.
All right,
okay.
Terrific.
Okay.
Dick DeBartolo, thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
joining us. You are watching World News Now. Stay with us.
Super Poly Grip holds for the whole day. I never worry about my dentures moving, and I can eat foods now that I never could eat before. Eating an apple is a wonderful experience now. Super Poly Grip really has given me my confidence back.
Loved and lost.
You're not in love, are you?
If you had the power to change everything, how would it change you? That was then. New Fridays this fall at 9, 8 Central on ABC.
Here are some of the stories we're following this morning at ABC News. Baseball Commissioner Bud Selig is in New York to join the negotiations between players and owners, but he said late last night the issues remain unresolved, and if they're not resolved by tomorrow, games could be canceled. Airline passengers will no longer be asked routine security questions such as, did they pack their own bags, effective today. A federal official says those questions have only created hassles and never prevented a bombing or a hijacking. And a freight train derailed in Central California, causing no injuries but lots of problems for Amtrak passengers. More than 600 people had to be bused between Fresno and Bakersfield. Those are some of the stories we're following at ABC News.
College, the chance to expand your horizons, challenge your intellect, make new friends, and yes, hit mom and dad up for cool new stuff. After all, you can't show up on campus ill-equipped. So as part of our back-to-school week, we asked our gizmo guy, Dick DeBartolo, to come in and show us the must-have for the college-bound. Good morning.
Good morning.
I remember when I went to college, the coolest thing I brought was like a little black and white television set, and it was so not cool.
Oh, well, back then it was cool. Now we have cool stuff for now.
Mhm.
And Samsonite is helping out. They have a new line of backpacks to carry all your goodies.
It's like a high-tech
Oh,
backpack.
yeah, exactly. The front compartment is for your PDA.
Oh,
okay.
uh-huh.
The second compartment is for your books. The third compartment, Velcro and all padded for your laptop.
Look at that.
In the back, your CD player or your MP3 player, and something called a headphone gate where the wire feeds through so you don't have it dangling in front of you.
How great is that?
And as you're wearing it in the back,
So you don't have to go fiddling through in the front trying to find your phone.
a place for your cell phone.
That's fantastic.
Okay, this is called the High Says or He Says, and $40 to $50, but they have a lot of different models.
Do they in different colors
Different
and things
colors,
like that?
absolutely, and different widths.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
From, Samsonite, Zenith for the dorm room. You don't have a lot of space, but this is a 3-in-1. A CD player will also play your CD with MP3 files, and a DVD player.
Really?
And a VCR.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Okay, and all in one unit under $200.
Really? Now, can it record DVD to VCR
No.
and VCR to DVD?
No.
Okay, just strictly plays.
Right, but it's a VCR recorder, so if you hook a TV to it, you can record programs.
Wonderful.
Okay, and remote control included. Now, you want to carry your files from the dorm to home. You don't want to carry your computer with you. This is really neat. This is from SanDisk. This little guy is called the Cruiser. Now, what you do with this is you push up on that. This is your USB port. So you plug it into your computer, download all your files, little belt clip, take them home. Not enough memory? Push down here. You can replace the memory card with more memory.
That's incredible.
It comes with 64 megabytes for about $60, but they make cards up to 256 megabytes.
Wow.
SanDisk Cruiser.
No more carrying all your books and papers and things like that.
Going to put on tech specs here to show you the Olympic digital voice recorder. Digital means you can put recordings into folders. So you can have all your notes from one class in one folder. You can find voice indexes real easy, not like going through tapes trying to find them. Just go to a number and it's there. That's $60. This is from August. Go ahead.
One quick question. Does it run on battery?
Yes.
Does it need to be charged?
No, it runs on batteries,
Okay.
as does this.
Okay.
The August DC 3300 is a digital voice recorder, but can also do 5 minutes of audio and video. Can take several hundred JPEGs.
Really?
And when
Audio and video?
Yes. And when you show them back, you can hook it directly to a TV set.
That's
okay,
great.
it's really neat. I did a web search at Kmart. It's under $170. And when you plug it into your USB port, it will power itself from the computer, which is good because it likes batteries, okay? Some of these digital cameras love to eat batteries.
Right.
August DC 3300.
And is this a picture from
Oh,
your,
yeah.
this is a picture that you took of
Very
your
good.
dog?
Yeah, just to show you, this is a 1.3 megapixel photo taken with that little August
And that's
guy.
not bad. And for notes and things like that?
You can do digital notes on that, and
That's
you can do JPEGs. You can do a little video, send it, email it, Mom, I need more cash.
Right. Or this is what my dorm room looks like.
Absolutely.
That's great.
Well,
These are my new friends. This is
Well, you're very good. I'll send you money. I'll send you money. You know how to work the... She knows how to work those families, I'll tell you. The HP Scan Jet. What's nice about this guy is it comes with software. You can scan reports or books directly into your word processor. You don't even retype them. Okay.
That would save so much time.
Right. And if you're copying negatives, negative strips or 35 millimeter slides, they go directly in here.
Wow.
And this guy is under $150. And if you don't need the photo capabilities, under $100.
That's great. And it's thin, so you can slide it underneath your bed because we know space is an
In the
issue
dorm.
when you're in a dorm
Absolutely.
room.
That's from HP. You have trouble getting up?
Of course.
Okay.
Especially on this schedule.
Okay, well, back at the dorm, you can wake up to fake sunlight. This shows you how it progressively lights up.
Oh,
If that's not enough, then sound effects can come in.
Let's listen.
And if that's not enough...
Nice rainstorm there. Very peaceful.
If that's not enough, you put little crystals in the top.
And what do the crystals do?
The crystals have the smell of coffee.
Really?
Yes, and as the light goes on, well, they're not, they have an aroma size, okay? Heat will come out, okay? And it comes with different crystals. There's relaxation crystals if you want to fall asleep.
I like this. It's very
That's
zen-like.
very zen. It's
Very peaceful as opposed to having your roommate come over and say, wake up. Yeah.
There's a little hand in the back, but that's the bigger and that's about, it's under $50. That came out of the Hemmicker Schlemmer catalog. And our final guy, this is great for the dorm. A lot of people don't realize in a dorm, if you wreck the walls, you pay, just like in your apartment. So 3M has something called cord bundlers and cord clips with command adhesive. You glue them on. All your wires go through here. You can reopen them and add more wires. At the end of the semester, there's a little tab behind them. When you pull the tab, it releases the adhesive, and they come off cleanly, and they even make ones for posters. So put up all your posters, but you don't ruin the walls, and they're only $3 to $4.
Great suggestions. We appreciate it. Have a great day.
Thank you. If you missed anything, it's at gizwizbiz.com.
Great. Super. And you're watching World News Now.
There is no escaping all the hits on Now That's What I Call Music Volume 10. You'll be so glad you've got Now That's What I Call Music Volume 10, featuring Mark Anthony, Enrique Iglesias, and Jennifer Lopez. It's gonna be your favorite CD. Now That's What I Call Music Volume 10. Get all the music in your head with 20 chart-topping summer hits from 20 superstar acts. Complete your collection today with more hits than you can handle on Now That's What I Call Music Volume 10. With NSYNC, B2K, and Ja Rule, the stars come out this summer on Now 10. When you order Now That's What I Call Music Volume 10 through this special TV offer, you'll also receive a second bonus CD, What's New, featuring 10 new songs from artists you'll want to know. Now That's What I Call Music Volume 10 brings you endless hits from Shakira.
There is a little bit of corruption, but like Dave said, there's corruption everywhere in every sport.
Taktakunov faces 5 years in prison and hundreds of thousands of dollars in fines. Authorities say this organized crime suspect is also connected to drug and arms trafficking. Taina Hernandez, ABC News, New York.
The UN has issued a new report on Israel's controversial March attack on the Palestinian refugee camp in Jenin. The report fails to back up Palestinian claims of a massacre, but it faults Israel for using heavy weaponry and Palestinians for placing fighters among civilians. The report follows yet another Mideast attack. 7 people, including 5 Americans, were killed in the bombing at Jerusalem's Hebrew University yesterday. ABC's Martha Raddatz has more.
They were eating lunch in the crowded cafeteria. Most were students, Arabs, Israelis, Asians, and Americans, blown apart by a powerful bomb that ripped through the length of the room. Nails and screws packed inside the device added to the damage and to the pain.
I heard an explosion. There was a, smell of, I guess, like a lot of gunpowder or something like that sort of smell. And then people just started running and screaming and whatnot, bleeding.
Many of the injured were unable to run or to scream or to cry.
People were in shock. We evacuated a guy that couldn't tell us his name. He was just staring at a point in the air. Nobody talked.
The dead were lined up outside the university's law school, among them the Americans. One, a woman who arrived for a summer program. Scores of the injured who remained hospitalized are Israeli Arabs.
The bomber entered the cafeteria over here, but then he managed to walk through a whole room full of students, almost to the back of the cafeteria. He apparently placed the bomb in this area, but then managed to escape.
Police have no idea how the bomber got past campus security. The Israelis immediately rounded up Arabs who were nearby, including children. The group stood in the sun for much of the afternoon. Within an hour of the blast, there was a claim of responsibility from Hamas, the group that has been vowing revenge for last week's Israeli airstrike in Gaza. A Hamas leader was killed in the attack, along with 9 children. In Gaza, there was celebration and a promise of more violence. The celebration may not last long. The Israeli defense minister has authorized a military response to the horrific bombing. Martha Raddatz, ABC News, Jerusalem.
The White House could get Senate approval as early as today on a major trade package. The Trade Promotion Authority, or Fast Track, would give President Bush a freer hand to negotiate international trade deals without congressional approval.
The Bush administration continues to maintain Saddam Hussein is more than just a threat to the United States. It's in an attempt to involve U.S. allies in any possible action against Iraq. The Iraq question is being considered by a Senate committee, as we hear from ABC's Lauren Rogers.
As the Bush administration weighs the possibility of launching military strikes against Iraq, the experts are offering some dire warnings about the status of Saddam Hussein's nuclear weapons programs.
The more time goes on, the more the timelines give Saddam the ability to get there.
Speaking before the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, a former Iraqi nuclear scientist told lawmakers the Iraqi president's goal to develop weapons of mass destruction may be realized soon.
Iraq has enough to generate the needed bomb-grade uranium for 3 nuclear weapons by 2005.
Targeting the laboratories used to manufacture such weapons could be difficult. Defense Secretary Donald Rumsfeld says, like many Iraqi assets, weapons labs could be put on wheels.
I think it's safe to say that Saddam Hussein and his regime have developed the ability to make any number of things mobile.
The White House has made no secret of its desire to oust Saddam Hussein. President Bush has said repeatedly that a regime change in Baghdad is in the best interest of the Iraqi people. But not everyone is convinced the Iraqi dictator warrants U.S. military action.
Before any decision is taken about whether or not we go to war, we need to have a careful and deliberate and substantive discussion, not only here, but with people in our country.
Despite all the talk about striking Iraq, there are no outward signs of a military buildup in the region. And most analysts seem to believe a strike is unlikely before the end of the year. Lauren Rogers, ABC News, Washington.
In San Diego, county fire crews are trying to gain control of a wildfire that's threatening a wildlife conservation. The 1,800-acre blaze has killed 4 rare Mexico gray wolves and destroyed several homes. At least 500 people have been forced to evacuate.
A sticky situation on a Wisconsin highway. It was so hot yesterday that several thousand pounds of pizza dough in the back of a Tombstone truck started to rise. Then it started to ooze out of the truck, creating a mess that stretched about 25 miles. That is hysterical.
Yikes. I wouldn't want one of those now. Well, on to the weather. Stormy conditions in several areas. There could be a hurricane-strength winds, in fact, in the Midwest. Gusty winds also in the Rockies. Today's cooler than usual temperatures stretch across most of the northern tier. Another sweltering one, though, in the plains. Here's the National Temperature Index, local forecasts, and Beantown, or the hub, as we call it there.
If it's not from the heart, if we're trying to climb the ladder, there's a place we must start. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. If you want me, little girl, take me as I am.
World News Now weather, brought to you by Slim Fast Foods.
Driving some big fine car, it just might black forward and back.
Now, lush velvety chocolate taste embraces silky swirls of caramel with peanuts tucked inside. Introduce yourself to Slim Fast snack bars. Like chocolate peanut nougat, new in the Slim Fast plan. Treat yourself to 3 snack options a day. An irresistible way to snack and help manage your weight. Slim Fast. It's your life. Feed it right.
Attention, Americans without prescription drug coverage. Don't wait to find out if Medicare will ever cover all your prescriptions or if your employer will ever offer you coverage. Get the People's Prescription Plan today. Members have already saved over $180 million on prescription drugs, eyewear, hearing aids, and more at over 50,000 locations nationwide. Your household is covered for just $7.95 a month with no limits on use, so the savings can really add up. And as a special offer, when you call today, you pay just $2.95 for your first month, a savings of $5 off the regular price. Plus, your satisfaction is guaranteed or your money back. There are no claim forms or waiting periods. You save right on the spot. So don't wait for the politicians or your employer to decide if they're going to help you with prescription costs. Save now with the People's Prescription Plan.
Call 1-800-979-4411 for free information on the People's Prescription Plan. 1-800-979-4411. Call now.
You never accepted anything just because someone said so.
So why are you just accepting that as you get older, it's normal to run to the bathroom 8 or more times a day? It isn't. It could be overactive bladder, a medical condition that can interrupt your sleep and your life, even embarrass you. But it doesn't have to. Because once-a-day Ditropan XL is clinically proven to help control overactive bladder for 24 hours. If you have certain types of stomach urinary or glaucoma problems, you should not take Ditropan XL. In studies, the most common side effect was dry mouth. Other side effects may include constipation, drowsiness, blurred vision, dizziness, diarrhea, and nausea. Talk to your healthcare professional about Ditropan XL. Ditropan XL. There are some things you don't have to accept.
Dodgers bats came alive last night in Cincinnati, ending an 8-day home run drought. Paul LaDuca led off in the 4th inning with an A-line shot home run to the left. It was his 7th of the year. Sean Green came up next. He got a change-up over the plate and sent it out to straightaway center. The Dodgers had 4 homers in the game. They also got some good defense. Watch Brian Jordan here in left field. He went diving to make that catch. Dodgers winning 11-5. Yankees pitcher Mike Messina would like to forget the 2nd inning last night in Texas. The Rangers tied a modern record with 7 extra base hits in the inning, including this ribby double by Mike Lamb. Messina gave up 6 doubles in the inning, tying the record set by Hall of Famer Lefty Grove in 1934. Add to that, a home run from A-Rod. The Rangers won 17-6. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are looking at a new role for number 99. Coach John Gruden says Warren Sapp may play some offense. Sapp is one of the NFL's dominating defensive tackles, but he says he is more than ready for Gruden to send him in on offense.
Heartbeat. He just called me up, said, 9-9, get in there, I'm going. That's fun. I mean, especially with a guy like him that knows exactly what the mismatches are and can get you open and expose people.
Sapp had the first surgery of his life on his shoulder during the off-season, and he marked that by cutting off his trademark cornrow braids, in case he had trouble recognizing him there.
All right, other news. A British Army major who starred on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, he won $1 million, has been arrested and charged with cheating. He and his wife and someone else, apparently she would cough the correct answer, and then someone else would actually would probe and try to find out the right answer. So
Is
now
there no
he's in
honor? I
custody.
mean, it's like we're recycling.
Exactly.
Back to those game show scandals again.
That's worth it this hour.
When we come back, flying with firearms. Should pilots have guns?
ABC's World News Now will continue after this from our ABC stations.
Here are some of the stories we're following this morning at ABC News. 5 Americans were among 7 people killed when a bomb ripped through a cafeteria at Jerusalem's Hebrew University. Hamas militants immediately claimed responsibility for the blast. ABC News has learned that several former senior WorldCom officials may be charged as early as today. The charges could include securities, mail, and wire fraud, stemming from the company's hiding of $3.8 billion in expenses. And on the final leg of his 11-day tour of the Americas, Pope John Paul held a 20-minute meeting with Mexican President Vicente Fox. Fox called the Pope's visit to Mexico a revolution of spirituality. Those are some of the stories we're covering at ABC News.
Since September 11th, there has been much debate over how we can best protect ourselves in the air. And one of the most debated questions is whether pilots should be allowed to carry guns in the cockpit. The House has already approved the proposal to let them. The Senate will vote on the matter after it returns from its August recess. Nightline took a look at the debate over arming flight crews in this report from Dave Marish last night.
When the issue of authorizing commercial airline pilots to be armed in their cockpits was first raised after last September 11th, President George W. Bush seemed to think it was a bad idea. And so did his Transportation Secretary, Norman Mineta.
That is still under discussion within the administration.
But last week, in a hearing before the Senate Transportation Committee, Mineta seemed to moderate his opposition, saying testing would soon begin on stun guns and weapons firing rubber or cement bullets to see if they might be safe to use in a cockpit.
Good afternoon.
And the last time White House spokesman Ari Fleischer took a crack at the question, he indicated his boss was also reconsidering.
And the president from the beginning has said that he was going to be guided by safety considerations and would listen to his safety experts to determine if there was a way that this could be achieved or not.
I fly a lot, and I'm uncomfortable with the fact that pilots are going to have firearms in the cockpit. I think that there's going to be accidents.
At Washington's Reagan National Airport this morning, passengers were very evenly divided on the question of weapons in the cockpit.
I think it would be too dangerous to have pilots who carry weapons, considering the latest incident of pilots drinking on the job.
They should have the right to have a gun, if you ask me. With today's security, I mean, it's pretty tight, but not tight enough.
That's one thing that almost all the passengers, pilots, flight attendants, and experts we talked with agree on, whatever their stance on the cockpit weapons issue, that the current airport security system isn't good enough. Does curbside check-in really screen all bags? Do screeners inside the airport focus on the right targets for their random security checks? Getting better answers to these and similar questions depends, says Carol Hallett of the Air Transport Association, on one thing: better intelligence.
This is a huge, huge mistake if we do not ramp up the intelligence across the board so that we know who's coming into the country, so we know who's going onto our airplanes, and that is the only way that our passengers will truly be protected.
All right, nobody move! This is my plane!
Hallett says the wisest investment in improved security would be not arming pilots, but hiring more air marshals like the one seen in this training exercise.
Police, don't move!
It comes back to needing to have professional protection, and that's what the air marshals are trained to do.
Free, come forward.
More air marshals, non-lethal weapons for flight attendants, and lethal weapons for pilots in the cockpit is the preferred security program of veteran pilot Denny Breslin. And by lethal weapons, he means not stun guns or tasers.
That's correct. A stun gun or a taser is incapable of defending against a lethal intent. A taser is never effective against multiple attackers. So only a lethal weapon will avoid lethal intent.
The bill passed by the House says a pilot's weapon should never be used outside the cockpit. But what if, say, lives were being threatened back in the cabin? Would the line at the cockpit door stay uncrossed?
That's the question. And I think that is the question that has not been addressed. We have not taken into consideration the human factor. What would a cockpit crew member do in the face of hearing both his crew and his passengers being systematically killed off? Would he or she stay behind the barricaded cockpit door? I don't believe we know the answer to that.
Give the cabin crew non-lethal weapons and training in self and passenger defense, says Patricia Friend of the Flight Attendants Union.
Without any defensive capabilities in the cabin, it doesn't matter where the weapon is in the cockpit. too many people are going to die before anyone ever gets to use that gun.
Let's go around, make right traffic, runway 15.
Then, where would the pilot's weapons stay? Locked in a box in the cockpit? No way, says pilot Carmen Villani.
What if a weapon becomes unaccountable all of a sudden? Are we going to empty terminals? Are we going to tell airplanes to return to gates, and we're going to deplane passengers until we can figure out what happens to this weapon?
It was an additional responsibility that we were not ready to undertake. I think you're excellent.
When it came to keeping a gun in her home, around her children, pilot Linda Powell says she and her husband decided against it. But when it comes to weapons in her cockpit, she's for it. Inconsistency?
They are apples and oranges to me, and for me it's not a gun issue, it's a cockpit defense issue. And as a captain of a major airline and someone who has quite a bit of experience flying, I believe that we need to defend the zone of the cockpit. It must be done.
So Linda Powell wants her gun, even if it means she'll have to keep it at home around her kids. But she wants some help with this new responsibility.
For us, yes, it would be a burden, and it would be an inconvenience, but it would also be a duty. And that is what we do. We fly airplanes safely, and we protect our passengers, but we should not be the only ones. Security has to be a mindset, and this country will have to embrace that mindset if we want to have a system of air transportation that is safe for all of us.
I'm Dave Marish for Nightline in Washington.
Well, we're interested in what you have to say, so email us with your opinion at WNN@abcnews.com. That was some of last night's Nightline.
You're watching World News Now. Why does my doctor recommend Citracel? Because it's different. The fiber in Metamucil can cause excess gas, but the fiber in Citracel won't, and people prefer its taste 2-to-1 over Metamucil. Citracel, available in caplets and powder.
Dating was made for the young. Throw on any old thing and you look great. 2 children and 20 years later, it's not quite so easy. In between hair, makeup, and math, the shirt that's supposed to match the blue in my skirt now matches the ketchup on their fries.
For clothes that need to be washed in cold water, there's a new Tide. Quick dissolving Tide. It's tougher on stains in any temperature, even cold, so clothes look great.
Is it okay to kiss on the first date? I better ask my daughter.
New quick dissolving Tide.
Use an ordinary pain rub on your arthritis and everyone knows it. Use odor-free Aspercreme instead and get clinically proven fast-acting pain relief no one knows about but you. Aspirin-free Aspercreme. Fast pain relief no one knows about but you.
Now, lush, velvety chocolate taste embraces silky swirls of caramel with peanuts tucked inside. Introduce yourself to Slim Fast snack bars. Like chocolate peanut nougat. New in the Slim Fast plan. Treat yourself to 3 snack options a day. An irresistible way to snack and help manage your weight. Slim Fast. It's your life. Feed it right.
There is a rhythm to life. We sleep at night and wake in the morning. It's this sleep cycle that helps keep us in a healthy balance. But for millions of Americans, sleep doesn't always come easy. Fortunately, there's Ambien. Ambien is a prescription sleep aid that can help you get a full night's sleep. While natural sleep is best, Ambien helps you fall asleep fast, stay asleep longer, and wake rested and refreshed, not groggy the next morning. No wonder Ambien is the #1 prescribed sleep aid in America. Until you know how Ambien will affect you, you shouldn't drive or operate machinery. Side effects may include drowsiness, dizziness, and diarrhea. You shouldn't take it with alcohol. Patients who abuse prescription sleep aids may become dependent. Prescription sleep aids are most often taken for 7 to 10 days as needed. Your doctor will advise you about taking them longer. Take Ambien only when you can devote a full 7 to 8 hours to sleep and wake rested and ready to start your day. Talk to your doctor about Ambien. Ambien works like a dream.
Call it the end of an era or the completion of the Times Square cleanup. The last peep show and X-rated sex shop on 42nd Street is now closed. The owners of Peeporama hung up the closed sign and handed over the keys yesterday. Developers evicted Peeperama to make way for a new office building. But those seeking adult entertainment can still walk just a couple of blocks over to 8th Avenue. Now, for the rest of the day's business news, let's check in with the BBC's Mike Sargent at the London Stock Exchange, and I don't know how you're going to follow that later.
No peep shows here in the City of London, strictly Earl Grey and biscuits round at the Bank of England. It's a key interest rate day for them, and they'll be deciding where UK interest rates go. Also over in Europe, the European Central Bank, more of a continental breakfast meeting going on there. They're deciding what happens to interest rates within the euro area. So interesting to see exactly what happens there. The markets obviously will follow whatever these big central bankers decide to do. Probably no change though. In terms of the company news, it's all about banks and insurance companies. The stock market's been going down. People don't want to put their money into it. That affects anyone trying to sell products linked to it. They're coming out with various warnings today, putting the jitters really under the market. It's big corporate news day as well. Lots and lots of results coming through right across Europe. So it'll keep us all on our toes throughout the trading day, as ever, here in London.
All right, and I understand that there's a new tourist attraction there, something about a rabbit and a soccer player?
The rabbit's a kind of old tourist attraction. This is Peter Rabbit, the Beatrix Potter character, celebrating his 100th birthday this year. And this apparently is fueling a major boom in Japanese tourists coming to the UK. They love Beatrix Potter and anything to do with it, so they're coming to check out the Lake District and other areas where all this stuff comes from. Also, David Beckham. He's the #1 pin-up in Japan after the World Cup, our soccer captain. And apparently the Japanese just can't get enough of him. They want to come here and do tours of the place just down in East London where he was born. I have no idea what they'll actually see when they get there, but
now,
that's what they want to do, apparently.
Quickly, in Japan, speaking of Japan, apparently there's some new ice cream flavors.
Yes, these have just come on the market in Japan at an exhibition. You've got octopus, squid, ox tongue, and cactus flavor ice creams that are now proving all the rage in Japan. The favorite, though, is sweet potatoes, apparently.
Well, Mike Sargent of the BBC in London. That's the news for this half hour. Thanks very much.
Do you feel depressed?
Do you feel sad, hopeless, lacking in energy? Have you lost interest in things you used to enjoy? You have trouble sleeping or concentrating? If your answer is yes, you may be suffering from depression, and you're not alone.
All research studies are conducted in Manhattan, Brooklyn, and Poughkeepsie, New York. For more information, call toll-free at 877-360-HOPE. That's 877-360-4673. Studies are also available for anxiety, panic, and Alzheimer's disease.
New this fall on ABC. Some doctors follow the rules. Some doctors understand bureaucracy and sympathize with the administration. These are not those kind of doctors.
You perform surgery on a non-patient. It was an autopsy. She's not dead. No, anymore she's not.
These doctors put the patients first.
We let our guard down, they will overrun us. Is he kidding? Does he look like he's kidding? I don't know. What does he look like when he's kidding?
And do whatever it takes to save lives.
It's a medical.
MD's new Wednesdays this fall on ABC.
For over 50 years, the research team at City of Hope has made breakthrough discoveries to help save millions of lives worldwide and help others become superheroes too. City of Hope, where the power of knowledge saves lives.
Hey! Yeah, you!
Come on. Come on in to 7online.com, the only local website you need. Check out the weather, traffic, sports, top stories, special features, your news sources at the touch of a button. Eyewitness News and ABC News. Plan your weekend, play fun games, shop and save. Check out entertainment, movies, lottery, your favorite shows, and so much more. So come on in to 7online.com, the only local website you need.
What would you dare to live without? Next, Oprah.
It's Thursday, August 1st. In the news this morning, a bombing a world away hits home. Most of the dead are Americans. The debate over Iraq, what to do and when. And months after the Winter Olympics, an arrest in the scandal that rocked the games.
From ABC News, this is World News This Morning. Now from our world headquarters in New York, here's Liz Cho sitting in for Derek McGinty.
Good morning. President Bush is meeting today with Jordan's King Abdullah, one day after a bombing in Israel claimed the lives of 5 Americans. They were among 7 people killed in the university attack. Reporter Richard Engel is in Jerusalem.
Most of the people killed in yesterday's bombing at Jerusalem's Hebrew University were American citizens. Among them, Janice Coulter, a university administrator based in New York. 23-year-old Marla Bennett from San Diego was also killed. She'd been studying here to become a cantor. Israeli police said the Palestinian who carried out the attack used a mobile telephone to detonate the bomb hidden in a bag in the campus cafeteria.
Suddenly, all the windows exploded out, glass and I think some bits of concrete, other material poured out, a lot of smoke. People inside say part of the roof caved in.
This morning, students were in a state of shock. The attack at one of the few remaining places where Jews and Arabs worked and studied together in harmony drew international condemnation. But some Palestinians celebrated. Members of the Hamas militant group tossed